Teachers work about 54 hours a week, and less than half of that is actual teaching. The rest? Emails, grading, slides, paperwork. But this year, something changed. There's an AI assistant that can do a shocking amount of that busy work on your computer while you teach. I'm going to show you 8 real examples. And number 6 is the one nobody's talking about, because it fixes the most annoying thing about using AI as a teacher. First mornings. You walk in, and before the first bell, you're triaging parent emails, checking today's schedule changes, and trying to remember what you promised to do yesterday. Here's the fix. This runs on something called Claude Cowork. It's part of the Claude desktop app, and if you have the $20 Pro plan, you already have it. You connect your Gmail and Google Calendar and set one scheduled task. Every morning at 6:30, build me a briefing. Urgent emails on top. Today's schedule. My 3 priorities. It's waiting for you with your coffee. One honest catch. Your computer has to be awake with the app open. Leave the laptop on, and it just happens. And that's just what it does before school starts. Second, your downloads folder. Be honest, it's chaos. Final essay V2 real.docs. Photos of worksheets. 40 unnamed PDFs. Cowork can actually open that folder, read what's inside every file, rename them properly, and sort them into folders. By class, by period, by assignment. Why does this matter? Because it's not just tidiness, it's every future minute you don't spend hunting for that one submission. You approve the plan first, then watch it clean. Third, slide decks. Every new topic means another night building slides. Now you describe the lesson in 1 or 2 sentences. A visual presentation on the water cycle for 5th graders, with a diagram and 3 check-in questions. And Claude builds the actual presentation file. Here's what people get wrong. They treat the first draft as final. Don't. Treat it as 90% done, then spend 5 minutes making it yours. 5 minutes instead of 2 hours? That's the trade. Now, what about content you didn't make? Content. Fourth, you find a perfect YouTube explainer, but half your students learn better reading. With Claude's browser connection, you drop in the link and it pulls the transcript and rebuilds it as a structured study guide. Headings, key terms, review questions. The video becomes a handout. 1 resource, 2 formats, 0 retyping. Fifth, diagrams. Some ideas need a visual. Cell division, the branches of government, a plot mountain. Drawing them by hand, tedious. Describe it and Claude generates a clean, editable diagram you can drop straight into your materials. The takeaway. Stop simplifying your lessons to match what you have time to draw. Explain it the way it deserves. Okay, number 6, the one I promised you. Here's the most annoying thing about using AI as a teacher. It forgets. Every single chat, you re-explain your grade level, your state standards, your students' reading levels. That IEP accommodation. Over and over, Cowork fixes this with projects. A dedicated workspace where you write all of that down once. Your standards, your class profile, your rules. Like always generate 3 reading levels. And every task inside that project automatically knows it. It even builds memory from the work you do there. Ask for a lesson on fractions and you don't get a generic lesson. You get your classroom's version, differentiated, without saying it twice. This is the difference between a tool and an assistant. 7th, your gradebook. The data's all there. The trends are just invisible in 40 columns. Point Cowork at the spreadsheet and ask real questions. Who dropped more than 10% since the last unit? Which question did most of the class miss? It reads the file and answers in plain English. Most teachers only find these patterns at report card time. Now you catch them the week they start. And the last one protects the moments that matter most. 8th, parent conferences and IEP meetings. The follow-ups from those meetings matter, and they're exactly what gets lost in scribbled notes. Give Claude the transcript or your raw notes, and it returns a clean action plan. What was decided, who's doing what, by when, saved as a file you can find again. Because I'll look into that, should never fall through the cracks when it's about a kid. Every one of these is sitting inside the Claude app right now. And features like this are shipping almost every month. Miss one, and you're the last teacher in the building still doing it by hand. Subscribe so you're the first to know instead.